Confederate Captain W. Sidney Winder constructed the prisons to hold 10,000 prisoners. By June 1864, Andersonville had 26,000 and had to expand. By July, the prison had 33,000 Union soldiers, causing prisoners to suffer from diarrhea, which was caused by living in the filth from poor sanitation and the necessity to take drinking water from a creek filled at all times with fecal material from thousands of sick and dying men. Part of the creek was used as a sink, and the men were forced to wash themselves in the creek. The Andersonville prison was frequently undersupplied with food. The shortage was suffered by prisoners and the Confederate personnel alike within the fort. Prisoners suffered from scurvy, which is caused by vitamin C deficiency, which was probably the main cause of mortality. At Andersonville, a light fence known as the Deadline was built. It demarcated a no-man's land that kept prisoners away from the stockade wall. Anyone crossing or even touching this deadline was shot without warning by guards in the pigeon roots. Guard boxes were mounted every 100 feet. Guards also suffered from many of the same health problems as the prisoners, resulting in high death rates. Prisoners lived in handmade tents with sticks and little cloth they found while they were in the prison. Living conditions were not ideal for these soldiers. The U.S. government made Andersonville a national cemetery in July of 1865, even though soldiers were buried there in 1864. The cemetery is the final resting place for the Union prisoners who died while being held at Andersonville as prisoner of war. It contains approximately 13,900 graves, of which approximately 900 are marked unknown. Thousands of unknown Civil War soldiers, Union and Confederate, lie in the cemeteries across the nation. Many died in battle, many in prison camps. The lack of record keeping, the lack of formal identification system, and the high number of battle deaths combined to create the large number of soldier corpses without a name associated to an individual gravesite. As a national cemetery, people may use Andersonville as a burial place for most recent veterans. These 6 graves represent the Andersonville Raiders' leaders. Raiders attacked their fellow inmates to steal food, jewelry, money, and clothing. They were armed mostly with clubs and killed to get what they wanted. The 6 soldiers were executed on July 11, 1864, on a set of gallows. Robert Kellogg described his entry as a prisoner at Andersonville on May 2, 1864 by saying, "As we entered the place, a spectacle met our eyes that almost froze our blood with horror. Devoted men, now nothing but mere walking skeletons covered with filth and vermin. Many of our men, in the heat and intensity of their feeling, exclaimed with earnestness, 'Can this be hell? God, protect us!'